on the Green River down at Mammoth Cave. A little 715 Twilight cruise.
What do you got to talk, Dad?
Feeling pretty good out here. We're on the observation deck in the front. Shannon, Mom, Dry Guy. Steven's inside the boat. The other girls are down in Florida. My kind of
Grand Canyons. I apologize, I was wrong on that. We're actually in the Rocky Mountain area. Back on my right, your left is the Rocky Mountains. You didn't know you were going to visit so many national parks today on this trip. We'll get to the Grand Canyons a little bit later on this trip. But down here, it's a really good place to talk about caves' geologic development. And in order to start understand its geologic development, we've got to understand the makeup of the cave. Now, when I point at a rock, I want everybody to say limestone.
limestone, 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 limestone.
Who said dirt? You are 100% correct. I was pointing at dirt that time. I fooled you guys. They're watching. Dirt right there directly underneath you. But underneath that dirt, there's limestone rock. Limestone rock is all the rock that you're going to find inside Mammoth Cave. Now, some geologists say it began to develop around 350 million years ago. Is there anyone in this group that is that old? Got a few people. How many people feel like it occasionally? That's the other half of the group. That's about normal. That's just the end of the trip. All right, I can do that. They say Kentucky was much further south than what it actually is today. It was under a shallow ocean. In this ocean, shell animals died. Here's one of the holes that they crawl through.
No.
You'll be able to see it as you walk up by it. We have a chest limit at 42 inches on that tour. This is the reason why.
We can go in now. No, you can't. He's a big guy. I want to see this full course route. E-A-R-E. Right, come here. I'll show you this.
Go, come on.
There's a little hole down there. If you want to go on a trip where you crawl through some of these holes, they'll take you. Check it out. Oh my gosh. Now, would you go feet first or head first? Head first.
Come out of there head first.
Oh, you come out head first. Check it out.
Oh, no. You go down this passage a little ways, and then you dive into what we call the birth canal.
Oh, wow.
This is called the Bear Hole, B-A-R.
That was cool.
Cave in.
Back in the 1800s, it was common practice to inch a name in the ceiling and scratch it into the wall and stack up rocks for alignment. That one, there's been a lot of speculation about whether or not the rock fell in that shape or was placed there in that shape. There was just a tribute to a gentleman by the name of Janice here in 1923. Thanks for the day so long. Well, Tom. Tom said it's never made it here. There's some other guy by the name of Vince.
He's all right.
You got a question?
Did you ever find
No dinosaur bones. We did find some shark teeth in the rocks, though.
Shark teeth?
Yeah. The sharks were biting the rocks. Remember when I mentioned back at our last stop, we were talking about how the limestone was developed by an ocean? In that ocean there was animal life, and sharks were in that. Those sharks had fossilized, but the only thing that remained was the teeth themselves. They had found those in different sections of Mammoth Cave. Any questions, sir?
Rocks breaking off all the time, they're pretty much
So when did you say those rocks fell, Richard? Was that last week or week before?
I was there week before last. I haven't been back since, so again, last week.
Okay, so last week those fell? How many of y'all believe that? Okay, I'll tell you the real truth. Rocks falling inside Mammoth Cave is so uncommon that in 200 years of guided tradition here, nobody has ever written down that they've seen or heard a rock fall. Now, you can look at that in another way, too. You can say no one lived to write it down. I will say this. The only thing that's going to cause rocks to fall inside Mammoth Cave is human contact. You don't have any water coming in 95% of the cave. You don't have temperature changes. You don't have wind down here. So you don't have the elements affecting the cave itself. The only element that would, if you want to construe it as an element, is human contact. Somebody reaching up, grabbing it off the walls, jerking it off the ceiling. So as long as we don't do that, the cave is going to stay the way that we see it today, 200 years from now. Okay? And talking a little bit about the discovery of this section of the cave, it happened around 1840, 1841. A 19-year-old black slave by the name of Stephen Bishop crosses bottomless pit over in the historic section of the cave. As he does so, he makes his way to Echo River. He paddles up and down stream on Echo River, discovers some more passageways beyond that. Some of them today called Silman Avenue, Passage of El Gore. Well, as he made his way up through El Gore, he entered what he called the snowball room. We now call it the snowball dining room. He said it looked like a bunch of kids had actually been playing in that room with snowballs and throwing them on the ceiling. In theory, all it is actually gypsum growing on in ball effects, semicircular, on the ceiling. But he didn't make his way down this passageway. He went all the way back to Dismal Hollow, the Rocky Mountains, where we first made our stop on this tour. But he had to turn around and go back the way he came. In order for him to have gotten from the historic entrance to Dismal Hollow, he had to walk 7 miles. Which wasn't too bad of a journey for Stephen. He loved the cave. But what was even more fascinating about it was he started taking tours in this section of cave as far back as 1841. They would come down through the historic entrance, go down to the river, take a boat ride, come up in this direction, all the way back to Dismal Hollow. Then they would turn around and retrace their footsteps back, covering 10 to 14 miles, taking 7 to 8 hours, possibly even 10 hours here inside the cave. But you being here in the 1800s, you had to be a pretty wealthy person, just like you folks today. You were the first person that could afford the price of a tour ticket, afford the price of transportation to actually bring you here. Knowing that you were a rich person, you did not want to be in the cave for 10, 12 hours and not have any food. So attached to your group were more slaves carrying backpacks with your meal for the day. This table that I'm standing on, this platform of rock, was a popular dining area in the mid to late 1800s. As this section became more popular to be toured, they would go all the way back to Dismal Hollow. The slaves would stay here. By the time you got back to this point, tablecloths were spread out. A basket of chicken was sitting there. Biscuits, maybe some gravy. And Mammoth Cave had a fine wine that you could have with your meal. We know this by looking around this rock today. You can find small pieces of chicken bones, small pieces of broken glass from those wine bottles. When you got done, it was all packed up. You went on your tour. Times have changed just a little bit today. We don't use this as a dining table anymore. Okay? That's kind of obvious. But the Snowball Dining Room is now the place where we eat to have lunch. We're going to be making our way into the Snowball Room. As we get there, if you want to go ahead and have lunch, you'll see the serving lines to the left. Go ahead and move up into that area. If you have found yourself having a more pressing need at this point in time, stay along the right-hand wall. You'll come up on 2 water fountains in the middle of the trail. Go around those water fountains. You will find 2 piles of rock. The first pile of rock will have a sign attached to it that says men. Guys, you'll go on the back side of that pile of rock. Ladies, you'll have to go around to the second pile of rocks. You'll see a sign there that says women. Okay? Those will be our first restrooms here inside the cave. Now, around the water fountain, the restroom area, you're going to see some concrete benches in another room. That's Washington Hall. We'll have about 30-35 minutes to eat inside the Snowball dining room. Go ahead and have your lunch. Go ahead and use the restrooms. We'll meet again in Washington Hall. We'll cover a few things at that point. That will be our exit point in about 30 to 35 minutes in Snowball dining room. Are you folks ready to have lunch? Yes! That sounds like it to me. No chicken today.
No chicken.
It's a bat hanging from the ceiling, the roof. It's a little thing, it's about the size of my thumb.
What are you looking at?
Bat.
Left enters Kentucky Avenue, otherwise known as Grand Avenue. The store itself is named after. What I'd like to talk about at this point, though, is the wildlife of Mammoth Cave, its biology. Now, you're down here for 4 hours. The most common species that you're going to see here inside the cave is the camelback cave crickets. They've been all throughout this trip. You may be able to look on the walls here behind me and actually find a couple of them. Most people look at them from the first instinct and think they're spiders. If you look a lot closer, you'll find that they have 6 legs, 2 long antennas. Now, these crickets, they live inside the cave. About every 5 to 6 days, they do go to the surface and feed. They feed on the most disgusting smelling decaying organisms that they can find. Now, the kicker to that is they can feed inside the cave. What they eat inside the cave is lost visitors, small children, decaying bats, things like that. So they are a big carnivorous down here inside the cave. There's about 8 or 9 different species of crickets that inhabit the cave. The most common associated with the cave is the bats. How many of y'all saw the bats back in the snowball room? Pretty much everybody. There were 2 or 3 hanging out back there. If you'd have noticed their size, about the size of an adult thumb. Those were full-grown eastern pipistrel bats. The largest bats that we have inside the cave are just a little bit bigger than that. In other words, we don't have those big 6-foot good-looking bloodsuckers like you find out in Hollywood. Our bats are really small. They have a wingspan of about like this. Now, down here in total darkness, those bats can fly through these passageways 40 to 60 miles per hour. They send out echolocation. They're able to determine where the rocks are at, where the people are. Now, how many of y'all think bats fly around just to get wrapped up into your hair? We've got a few that believe that wise tale there. That's what I like to call the Batman's theory. Okay? You look up, you're walking down on the tour. Bats live down here their entire life. Okay? They fly to the surface and feed occasionally. But they're flying through the passageways. They're sending out those echolocations. They notice something strange in the passageway. That's a tour group coming through. That bat's curiosity kicks in. He's going to fly straight towards the group. You're standing there talking to your neighbor. All of a sudden you look up and there's a bat. He's headed straight for you. Looks like he's going to hit you square between the eyes. As the bat gets closer, you notice he's not moving. So you decide to move and you do what I call the bat dance. Tiny little steps, looking really silly. That bat's intention was to fly beside you. If he liked you, if he thought you were cute, he'd kiss you on the cheek or on the end of the nose. If not, he would just go on by and leave you alone. But because of you doing the bat dance, slinging your arms up, say for instance he's going to fly to this side, all of a sudden that arm's right up in his path. So he goes back to the other side. Before he can get there, this arm's up. On his trip back, he finds out that he has nowhere to go other than getting tangled up in your hair. So, who do you think caused that particular incident at that point in time? The bat dance person? Everybody like that. Everybody going home doing the bat dance. But, bats are pretty interesting creatures. They're very harmless. I've even had them land on my shirt sleeve standing down here inside the cave. They won't do nothing to you. Now, most people have a premonition that bats carry rabies. You actually have a greater chance of catching rabies from your household pet, your cat or your dog, than you do a bat. And the only way you're going to get bitten by a bat is reach down and pick one up off the ground. That's what I call the stupidity factor. You reach down and pick a wild animal up, you're asking to be bit. And more than likely, if a bat's on the ground, he's going to be sick and dying. Chances are greater that he's going to have rabies. Besides, the only place besides a scratch on the end of your finger that a bat can bite you because their mouths are so small is right here between your fingers. So in other words, if you even want to take a likely chance of getting bit by a bat inside the cave, you're going to have to walk through like this. Now, if I see anybody doing that, more than likely I'm going to be the first person to make fun of you, besides everybody else around you. So if you don't want to be bitten by a bat, leave them on the ground, don't walk through like this. Okay? It'll be fun, I promise. 130 species of animals calls Mammoth Cave its home. Most of those live down here their entire life. Some are frequent visitors like we are. They come in, visit the cave, and they go back out. The largest animal inside the cave that uses it as a frequent visitation is a pack rat, the size of an adult fist. You'll find those guys closer to entrance areas where they can come in and out a lot quicker. Now, we have down in the rivers, we have Alice fish, Alice crayfish.
Anything that has organic or carbonated is called organic.
Smooth. What is that? Where's that Rick guy? I thought he was supposed to be the record
Down there.
Rub it.
That's pretty fine.
Give it good luck or something.
When you feel that.
Wait, you want to rub it?
Coming down here all this freaking long way, I'm gonna get some good luck there, guy.
Okay, guys.
You know, all the luck I can get.
3. Bless you.
I'll sit internally.
Yeah, that's a...
Inside Mammoth Cave, right at the foot of a big hill. You're just pacing yourself, right?
That's the frozen Niagara.
Where's the water coming from? While we still can. Pups.
No, that's it. You're tired, sit on the floor. We're just sitting here.
While we still can.
We're going down these steps.
Where is frozen Niagara? Huh?
Right there.
That's it?
Well, it goes, you'll be able to see one.
Oh, there it is, right there.
You get on that first bus, I'll just meet you back.
No, it's a big. I don't know what
Awesome.
Brian, stay with me. I'm going to tell that man I better give him a bite in here. Now, come here. It's okay. It's no problem. It's not bothering me. You thought you know? Yeah, postcard. Yeah.
fast do you think it can go back?
Drop it.
An hour? I can 4 miles, you said, 7 times.
During the proceedings, in her will, she left the estate to the state commission. That commission set out the boundaries on a map, something like 70,000 acres, and they started acquiring that in small quantities. Most of the land that the known cave at that time went underneath the plus line. Well, Morrison was made an offer in 1931.
Look straight up.
Over there. Daddy's got all like straight up.
You got the patent up and everything.
Go
for it,
straight
the
up.
main on it, pretty much.
Going up the steps, guys.
That just goes against my grain.
Well, it goes against mine too, but, you know, in theory, it wasn't the federal government that did it, it was the state
State.
that did it. But,
I'm glad they wound up with it, but boy, that hacked me off if that happened to me.
oh yeah, oh, I'd be curious.
Yep, nothing better. I'm coming.
What would that be? I see light. Please stay still. That is hot.
Yeah.
Mama can go up, but she can't go down. How'd you like the decorator?
Going down. Can I do this without passing out?
Sure you can.
Hold on.
I don't know. Maybe if the camera lens, it won't be so bad.
Just don't drop the camera.
I got the camera.
A big lake at the bottom. Oh. Yeah, I know you can go down there.
Holy shamoly.
Looks like a big chandelier right there.
What's that? I know it does, doesn't it?
Moonlight
The pedal down there to install those lights and maintenance.
There's a, did you see the passageway back here out to your right? It had the snow.
Where'd he go?
Really old. And he is.
Wow. Are you wanting me to point this camera up? Is that what you're saying?
8 o'clock over here on the right. Great Wall of China, the Ridgestone over here on the left. Another example
See how.
Hey, you're soaking wet, wet. Watch do nothing.
Watch
What? We'll put a helmet on him. We'll put a helmet on you, bud. All them other kids had helmets on.
Yep.
Put a helmet on
You
you.
fall off of there.
What?
Hey, Phil, how was that ride?
Very nice.
Dad, what horse did you have again? I didn't hear you.
Thought I'd forget a little.
Honey, that won't let you get hurt. They'll pull you right behind. You'll be towed. Look at that little kid go.
Which horse? Fine, I'll do it.
You can do it. I know you can. You just hold on to the horn. You just hold on to the horn. You put your feet in them stirrups. They'll adjust them so you don't fall out.
But what do you hold on to?
That horn. He'll show you when we get down there. He'll show you how to do it. Go ask a boy if it was fun. Bet you'll say yeah.
Yeah.
Shelf your helmet, guys.
Can't wait.
And you want to wear a helmet?
Yeah, I guess. I'll wear a helmet too. I'll wear a helmet.
Yeah.
Come on. They're right now.
You guys have a good time? Yes, thanks. Yes, thank you very much. Do any Yahooing? This is John Wayne. Here's John Wayne. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it like this. All right, no going going. How'd you do, guys? All right?
I guess.
I don't need to annoy you.
That's all right. We're okay. We're
All right, you got,
watching.
Patrick? Yes, sir. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come over here and feed these two.
Hey, Brad.
Right.
Baby carrots.
Go right in here. Come over here.
Behind us.
Just like baby again.
Coco,
two?
Coco,
Right.
You go over there. You want to feed Dolly? Here, come here.
Right.
We'll go feed Dolly. Hand out flat.
Flat, right?
Right here.
Some of them eat it, but some won't. Oh, she smells it. Watch your face.
I got his.
Yeah.
Mine'll be all right.
Don't walk around like this.
They're great.
Move,
Yeah.
Gary. Anybody? You buy. Anybody? It's up to the play, right? Okay.
I got some more.
You do? Here, feed this guy over here. This guy didn't get any yet. Right. This one didn't get it.
Watch out.
Eat a lot of hay.
I don't think he wants it.
That's a pony or something?
I think they pick out the horse for you. Ryan, don't run around. No, I wouldn't walk in there. That's not a good spot.
Yeah, that's the butt side.
No, you can't beat them from that end. Be like you're the cat.
The butt section will slam you up against the wall.
Here, Brian. There's all people in. Here.
Hold on. Let me get a picture. Goodbye.
Ready? Hey, I have one. Let's try this side. Watch your fingers. Try to feed him one.
Brian, just let her have it.
Shut up. Here. I fell into it.
Janice.
I fell into one.
Come here, Garage.
Okay. I'll be business. I'm gonna go get one more carrot.
No, that's enough. Do it, Garage. Be tough.
One foot in here. Put the other foot in there. And all you really got to do is just sit there and look handsome, because I'm going to take this right here and I'll use that to pull you along. Be okay?
What do you gotta hold on to, Brad?
You'll just have to hang on right here to this, because see, I'll take this like this, and then you'll just hang on like that right there. Use your feet to kind of push down with to stand on a little bit. That feel okay? This horse's name is Poco, like Pocahontas.
Coco?
And she's an Indian horse.
You start sliding this way.
You ever see a dog shake whenever it gets wet, how to jiggle? Sometimes Poco will do that. He won't throw you off or nothing. It'll just be like jiggle, jiggle for you. If she jiggles, you'll know what she's going to do. It'll be like... Well, you do. Stop and eat. That's why we use this, because she likes to stop and eat. Okay, her name is Poco.
Right here, buddy.
Start sliding on, your butt starts sliding this way, you just put your foot in here like that, push yourself back up on the saddle, and if you start sliding that way, stick your foot in the other one and push yourself up on there, okay? You just hang on
Try
to
to
this.
take a bite of grass. Worst thing that horse will do is try to eat.
Okay, Brian? Just hold on.
That's all you gotta do.
All right, let's get down there.
Okay.
We're gonna go get on a horse, Brian.
Just a step or two where she won't be.
You wanna call that a child?
I done put one up back here.
Okay, would we bring Mo out?
You told me to.
Huh? Yeah. Okay, he's got the wrong.
Smile, Shannon.
We're gonna have to.
Well, you told me to get Mo for that young lady right there.
Yeah, I
Don't
put
you?
her on down. I put her on the wrong horse. Come on down, sweetheart.
Told you that was the horse I wanted.
Just
We're gonna put that lady, this lady right here on the Cheyenne.
Yeah, she's going. Mom's going on Cheyenne.
Go in there.
Brian, up there. He's all by himself.
Okay, now we're all set. Come on, Leah.
Yeah, that's good.
Everybody doing okay?
Yeah.
Come through the gate back there, you enter the park. We'll be in the park when we get back to the gate. Always tell when they're going to go to the bathroom, you tell them raise up just a little bit in the back. I always say the smart animals wait till they get to the woods to use the bathroom. That way we don't have to clean it up.
riding along, he stopped, took a leak. He stood there for about a minute, 30 seconds.
Whoa.
Well, the cave here at Mammoth Cave National Park is 52,841 acres.
Taking a leak.
See my partner Joe back there at the back. Today, in 1999, we've got electric lights to view this 2-hour, 2-mile historic tour with. Obviously, for most of our history, we had lantern light. A lantern similar to this. Let's see what this would look like without electric lights.
Torches. That's how they used to. They have lights. You walk in them.
No, of course not.
Not very often, the Ohio River has flow. And of course, the Green River here in the park is tributary, our Susquehannian River is tributary to that. And so it's kind of, backs on up and on. Yes, down the lower part. Good question. When we stop and take a look around, maybe everything looks sort of like a nondescript pile of rocks and dirt. Sometimes we may look and see the placement of those rocks in a certain fashion, such as little pyramids or little walls like over here in the moment. Most of those are simply monuments to universities, to people's families, to towns, states. During the building of the trail that you're walking on here, the Civilian Conservation Corps in the 1930s, sometimes we use these stacks of rocks that didn't have any names on them, or any wooden signs or metal signs, and they would take them, break them down, and put them in our trail. And then put dirt over the top. Now, see, that was a lot easier than having to bust up these huge rocks like this all the time, by hand. So you've got a nice little trail to walk on. Now, of course, the first people to come into Mammoth Cave, Von Hoof's ancestors even, he never made it here. The first people to come in came in through that big natural entrance, and they had to walk over all this stuff. All this nondescript pile of rubble. And of course, you can see the reproduction slippers there. That's what they had on their feet.
This ain't the bottomless one. You fall down there with the dust.
try to find the bottom? No. I'll throw it in. Oh, bottom was fine.
Wait on it, thanks, please.
You see that? It's still broken. That's just 105 feet. They don't know where the bottom of it is.
Mom! Look!
You see water?
I don't see any water. Try it. Watch your head. Watch out. Here comes one. Head. Here comes one. Do you Coco? Can you forget? I'm trying. It's working a little bit. Careful, here comes Steph. Okay. I can't even next to you. Can I? I already have them all. Get off of it. I'm afraid of the that type of hair. What if you should try? I'm not really reading all these.
Tall man.
Tall man's agony.
I'm okay
Okay, I'm not going.
Yeah, here's Fat Man's Misery. Fat Man's Misery.
I call this both. Come on, Becky.
Misery. This is Fat Man's Misery.
It's pretty cool. Tommy couldn't fit through this.
I don't need to worry about the roof. I just need to worry about
This is unbelievable.
Steven was stuck.
Sideways.
I have my elbow.
Come on, Jan.
I'm alright.
Now I understand.
Go through sideways, you'll make it okay.
Well, he's sitting at the rock. Yeah, well, he's good.
Boots? Don't bump my arm, I'm taking footage. Wow.
Unreal. What's up, Ryan?
That's high. I'm not going to be able to make it.
Looks like there's gold veins at the top.
I wonder how that guy got up.
What? Steven, you can't hang on my arms.
I need to get a picture of you.
Ow.
All right.
But I don't know.
I need to get in the van and regenerate.
Me too.
I take it you're not gonna let me hold the camera.
Glad you understand me.
What?
Guys, let's go. Snack day.
And we're finished with our second tour. And every time you walk in front of this camera, well, I was about to pull it back out.